Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Hello to Stacy. I see Tri is here. Hey, Terry. Girl, I'm praying for you. You know, I got you in my prayers, most definitely. Y'all, I am going to give it some time. I'm going to wait for Glenn and TT. Y'all know Glenn ain't never gonna be on time. Glenn is never gonna be on time. He'll probably come in about an hour after the fact. Glenn is never on time. He just messaged me talking about it's not 5 yet, but Glenn is never gonna be on time. So anywho, hey Sarah, how you doing, honey? Hey, honey, hey. Yeah. Let me see where Miss TT is, because she had just messaged me too. Hey Daniela, how you doing, hon? Y'all, Daniela is such a sweetheart. We get to talk from time to time. She is in the Czech Republic, but she does check on me, and I appreciate it so much. Hey Queen Rose, how you doing, beautiful? Now that was Glenn. Let's see if he gonna make it within the next minute or two. He already late, but we gonna see. I'm good, y'all. I had a headache earlier and I had nodded off, didn't realize that I had nodded off. And I was sitting here like, oh, it's almost time for the show. Hold on. Y'all, I'm doing fine. Like I say, just had a little headache earlier, but I'm fine. I can't complain. Any day that God gives me breath in my body and He wakes me up is a good day. So I have to thank Him and praise Him for that, regardless of what goes on. Oh, 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 he say I'm coming. I'm driving. Y'all know he ain't never gonna be on time. Ever. Ever, ever. But he did beat TT here. Now that's odd because TT normally on time. Did you get the link or do I need to send it again, Glenn? Oh, well, that's cute, Daniela. I'm preparing for my holiday parties. And so yeah, I have been making goodie bags and a whole bunch of stuff like cocoa stations. I did make sure that I filmed it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Queen Rose, you know that's why you laughing. You know that bed ain't never gonna be on time for nothing. Okay, nothing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm surprised that he even made it 3 minutes after. Normally it's 15 minutes after. And I'd be like, okay, where's Glenn? Sometimes 30 minutes to an hour. And we'll show up like, I'm on time. What y'all talking about? Y'all know how he do? Y'all, I'm being nosy. I'm over here trying to buy some stuff. I need to stay out these stores. Jesus. Okay, now let me see where TT at, because TT acting like Glendon now. Hold on 1 second. Mm-mm. Y'all, I tell you. I have to give them the wrong time in order for them to be on time. I hear you, Queen. I hear you. But I have to give him the wrong time in order for him to be on time. That's the only way because he's always late. Hey, where you at? Okay, bye. Okay, so Miss TT on her way. I took them to my office for a St. Nicholas event. Oh, okay. See, I have a date with my child on Saturday. Yeah, we are going to go eat breakfast and take pictures with Santa. And then we need to do a little shopping. I'm patient with you. Hush. I'm always patient with you because you always late. But I have to tell you the wrong time, sir. Y'all see what I deal with, right? I just want y'all to know this is what I deal with on a regular basis. Sarah, please pray for me, girl. Pray for me. Jesus. Mm-mm. So TT said she was on her way. Glenn talking about be patient. So him saying be patient, he's liable not to show up until probably about 5:30, 5:20, somewhere around there. Y'all know how you do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, Miss Perp, how you doing? Vino. 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 Y'all, if y'all don't know about Queen Rose and Miss Perk, y'all definitely need to check them out. They will definitely give you the real deal. Queen Rose gives her commentary and it is her unbiased opinion. And then Miss Perk is definitely gonna keep it real. Okay. She gonna say it only way that Miss Perk can say it. Hey you, you in the bushes. Yeah, you bitch. You bitch, the one in the bushes. You know, I love to hear Miss Perk when she say that. Here come TT. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm sorry about that, TT. Hey, Miss Monea.
Hey, Leda.
Hey, hon. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started because you know Glenn.
Sorry about that CP time, y'all.
Look, you and Glenn some related. Yeah, y'all related to one another. That's all I can say.
Child is having dozed off.
Girl, I had too. When you text, I had woke up. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I had fell asleep. Like, oh, okay. Thank goodness she texts.
That
Hey,
30 minutes
Siri,
went by
Bear.
so quick.
Yeah, it sure did. I was sitting there like, wait a minute. Siri, don't start talking. Look, Siri's going to start talking. Man, mm-mm. So y'all, we're not going to be before you long, but it seemed like every time that me and TT try to get our story out there, the phone systems want to act up, the internet want to act up, everything want to act up and prevent us from telling y'all what happened. And this is gonna be our last time addressing this, and we're gonna call it a day. What happens after this, it happens. I'm just leaving it alone. So that's all I can say.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you with that. Absolutely.
yeah, because my energy, baby, I'm not giving no more of my energy, my time, or anything to this young lady. That's all I can say. Hey Samaje, how you doing, boo? Yeah.
Hey, y'all in the chat.
Yeah. So y'all, we gonna get started. I'm gonna ask Miss TT a couple of questions and we gonna get into it, honey.
Let's go.
So, Miss TT, tell me how the problems with Miss Toya began.
Okay, so I ain't gonna take it all the way back to the beginning, but I have been dealing with Toya close quarters for a couple months. When I say close quarters, I mean we have like a group chat, and she'd come and we'll just we'll talk to her, stuff like that. It was cool, but it was a lot of anxiety dealing with her because she had a lot of conflict outside of in her personal life. Like, she's got some domestic violence situations going on, and we was trying to counsel her as sisters in Christ. We would try to encourage her, uplift her. And for a minute, she was okay. She was working. She had her stuff together. I mean, it seemed like she was all right. From what I observed. She's still Toya. She still has those days where she's funny and being silly or whatever. But for the most part, she was all right. So um, stuff like came to a head. I think a few months ago, a couple months back or whatever. Her dude boyfriend, I don't know what you would call him at the time, had got into like a confrontation with us. Because she had got her phone smashed up, and we was like, that ain't right. You need your phone. And I believe it was the same phone that Miss B had gave her the money to get. So Of course, when that had came up, we was like, you need to give Miss V her money back. I'm gonna go give her $1, and was laughing. We was like, it's not funny. You need to get a lady her money back because she, out of kindness of her heart, gave you the money.
So
So,
let me ask you, did she ever give Miss V her money?
not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
So, yeah, Toya had a little bit of money or whatever, and that's when she was talking about buying gifts for the kids and this, that, and other. But she never mentioned giving Miss V her money back. And when she did mention sending something to Miss V, it was $1 that she was going to send Miss V. And Miss V had, poured into her. What basically was doing the same things that we were doing, and trying to get her and her confidence up so she wouldn't keep getting in certain situations. And she didn't want Toy over there without a phone. Maybe the man has broke her phone prior to that. I'm not sure, but she basically bought her another phone, and then the man broke that phone. So yeah, I mean, it was like little stuff like that going on. And then one day out the blue, we sitting there in the chat, and this man's sister just came through the door and punched Toy in the nose. And we was like, what? We was like, that ain't cool. Toya called the police. We just basically just trying to surround her and encourage her, but it just was always going left on her end. She acted like she couldn't leave a man alone. She liked the drama. She liked the abuse. It was draining. And so, you know, after all of that had happened, people was I mean certain certain sisters of mine was like, I can't do it no more. The man got on the phone cussing and disrespecting one of the sisters, and it was just a bad energy. She it was definitely wrong and disrespectful for the man to have snatched Toya phone, got on there talking to us crazy, but then Toya allowed it to happen. So people wanted to break away then. People wanted to break away prior to that, but you know, it was just in God's timing, I guess. And so, make a long story short, we have a few other incidences of her getting beat on, and I think a conversation with her mother ensued that wasn't initially geared towards discussing Toya, but the woman ended up discussing Toya, and a lot of stuff was revealed. Toya wasn't on the call the whole time, but basically from what I was told, when from my point of view, her mother wasn't pleased with what was going on. Her mother went back into the past and let the sisters know that this is an ongoing thing. Toya has never changed. She didn't believe she was going to change. She told the sisters that they were basically said she's in a dangerous situation with this man, and her mother was like, "Well, y'all call and do a wellness check." Now we all in other states, spread out throughout the United States, but this woman about 10 minutes up the road, so that didn't sit well with me because if that's your child, you should be taking the initiative to keep her safe if you worried. But
Yeah.
she told us to do wellness checks, call and do wellness checks. Okay, so then fast forward, there was an incident where she was supposed to go out of town and be going to get delivered through one of the other sisters' church, and the pastor was aware of that she was coming, and everybody was going to support her and going to do that. Well, and then this is where I'm approaching where this conversation led up to with me and Miss Leda. Me and Miss Leda was on a call and just having a regular phone conversation, not shooting a breeze about whatever. And Toya beat in on my line, and I said, "Hold on, Lita." Clicked over. It was Toya. I said, "What's up?" She wanted to talk. I said, "Okay, well, I'm already in a conversation with Lita. Let me hit you back." She got excited. She was like, "Lita, you on the phone with Lita?" I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, I need to speak to her." I'm like, "Well, Toya, hold on, cause I don't know if Lita want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?" I'm like, I ain't just gonna put you on the phone with her like that." She was like, "No, I said, Titi, please." She was at this point begging, like, "Please tell her to talk to me, please, please, please. I need to talk to her." So it had already been some other stuff going down with the other sisters. People had fell out, kind of lightweight fell out with her and just stopped kind of dealing with her. She had made some people upset. So Toya wanted to vent to somebody. So I put her on the phone with Leda. First, Leda was hesitant. And then she was like, okay, TT, I'll talk to her because you going to be present. I guess I'll go on and talk to her. Which told me that Leda's not comfortable having a conversation along with Toya. And from what I knew from their past, it had been some rocky stuff. So I wasn't going in all of that. I was respecting Leda in that position. Like, if you want to talk to her, I'll put her on the phone. If you don't, then she's just gonna have to deal with the fact that you don't want to talk to her. So Leda said, yeah. I put Toya on the phone with Leda, and then she was basically like crying, telling Leda that she's, people messing with her, spreading her business, and this, that, and the other. Leda don't even know the people that she's talking about. Leda stopped her. She's like, Toya, I hear what you're saying and all. She's like, but I just want to tell you something. I don't know them people. I know you. And from our past experiences, you have done some stuff on this app. You have done stuff outside of this app, and you bringing all this on yourself. You got diarrhea of the mouth. You don't know how to keep your business to yourself. You be messy, what I'm saying? You try to build friendships and alliances, and then you break those friendships and alliances. I'm holding you accountable. I don't know the story of what happened, and I don't want to know the story of what happened. All I know is you are the one that keep mess going. And I'm just like sitting there with my mouth open, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't intervene in the conversation. I just listened. So on from there, I told Toy, I said, yeah, Toy, you bring a lot of mess. And I'm at a point in time in my life. I have a lot going on. I'm a mother. I have a heart condition. I have to manage a household by myself. I have a lot going on. And I don't want to be brought into no mess and drama with you. And I don't want to beef with none of my sisters over you either. So I'm out of chat and stuff because I'm protecting my peace. And I said, I already told Leda. And Leda kind of looked, at that point when I was telling Leda, Toya came and it seems like it's a little ruckus going on. Leda was like, protect your peace, TT. And from that moment, she was telling me to protect my peace from stuff Toya was doing. And so Toya cried and said she was praying for her and Leda to have a friendship back. And Leda told Toya, I ain't praying that prayer. She said, you burnt the bridge with me. And Toya didn't want to accept that. And she told her again. She said, I'll consider dealing with you in the future, but as of right now, no, that's not going to happen. But you need to get yourself together. You need to start watching, watching what you're doing and taking accountability for the stuff that you're doing to people. And that was pretty much the end of that conversation.
So now, TT, did she or did she not say, she knew how to treat her friends? And that's why I was even considering listening to her. And I told her that I would be watching her behavior and her mannerisms.
Yes. Yes, you did.
And what did she do that same night that just threw me off all over again?
She went over in Perk's chat to antagonize Monea by telling her that she was going out of town to see her sister.
And then what specifically did she say? Like, do you remember what she said in the chat?
Um, she was like, yeah, I don't give, she was being real sassy. She was like, I don't give a F. I'm on my way out of town to see Miss Scott. And me and Leda both was like deers in headlight. Like, what? Didn't we just talk to you and tell you that wasn't nobody's business if you was going to do that? But at the end of the day, stop being messy about stuff. Because
Mhm.
the prior situation it's not that nobody was trying to stop her from going out of town to deal with Miss Scott. It's just that Toya got bad spirits on her, and she's been it's been a conflict. You see what I'm saying? With people feeling like, why try to help her and want this for her, and she don't want it for herself. She doesn't want to get out of this abusive situation. She stayed running back to whatever is causing her pain. So why are we intervening in it?
Mhm. And even in that chat, TT has said, "Wow, didn't Lita just tell you to stop telling your business?"
Sure
And
did.
here it is, you are telling your business again. I don't think she realized that I was in the chat. So I actually had typed in the chat, "Oh, I'm watching. I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching."
Yep.
And so during this phone conversation, she asked me, would I basically be her friend again? And then she also was looking for my approval on certain things. And I reminded this young lady, you don't need my approval for absolutely anything, anything. Um, and she tried to reattach herself to me by saying, "Oh, well, I know you know about houses, and I know you know about this, and
Cause she was
you."
going, she was trying to go live on her channel that night. Now it's coming back to me. She wanted to go live on her channel that night and scream and holler up there on her panel because she was mad at Monet and Miss Marquette
Hmm.
for basically saying no, Toy does not want to change. Okay, and the experience that she got on her will jump around on us. You see what I'm saying? If we keep entangling with her. And she got mad because they had a strong opinion, a strong spiritual opinion about the stuff that was taken. See, a lot of people don't like to look at spiritual warfare. They don't like to get that deep. You see what I'm saying? But that's how they were approaching it. Not to be mean to Toya, but just to basically say, no, a lot of us are trying to live right and do right through Jehovah. And our souls will be tormented dealing with somebody that dealing with the type of stuff that Toya is dealing with.
So, CT, at what point in time during that conversation did we speak about any of the other ladies?
Never.
Thank you.
When Toya first got on the phone, she tried to start going in on them, and you stopped her in mid sentence and said you didn't know them like that. You didn't want to hear about what they did, what they said. You only was concerned about what the part Toya played in it because you know her from the past.
I just want that to be clear. 'Cause then also, did she or did she not proceed to tell us about a check that she received and about one of her children utilizing her bank account, her card, and etc.?
Yes. And Leda said, that's not my business to know that you received a check. And maybe you could keep some money if you stop telling people that you got money. She said, people can't take something from you if they don't know you have it. People can't use something that you tell them against you if you don't tell them something. So that's basically was the lesson that she was trying to teach Toya that night on the phone. And she like she said, like Lita said, she came right in the perch chat blabbing her business. Just that quick.
So now, Glenn,
Hey Glenn.
Yo, what up, though?
nothing. So, Glenn, how many times did you get a message from Toya in regards to, can you tell Lita to please call me? Can you tell Lita to talk to me?
Man, look, it started off like I took her for. I'm gonna answer that after I get done saying what I'm saying, cause I don't like, I don't like a person to try to lie on me and stuff like that. And she done plenty of that, and I still forgave her. But like I told her, I'm not gonna be cool with her. But like, it's plenty of time. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, Lita. It's plenty of time I begged this girl. This I'm gonna say girl because woman that's not character. I begged her to not put her business out. And the reason I don't believe nothing she say, because for one, I'm from a town that I know that people, cocaine is a hell of a drug, and you can hear it in her voice the way she talk. And this lady told me some stuff that I'll never forget. She said that she don't like having sex, and I swear to God, I swear to God, I put this on my kids. She don't like having sex. That's why that man beat her and go fuck her daughter. God forgive me for saying what I just said, how I said it. And I asked her, I said, "You sure that he's sleeping with your daughter?" He said, "That's what the dude told told her something like that, some bull crap. I had to go back and look. I don't want to. I could be petty and put it on the screen, but I don't do that. But to answer your question, Leda, she probably asked me maybe over 20 times, and Leda said she don't want no dealer. So I told her, I said, well, just see what she want and just get it over with. And I said that to Leda about 10 times. I don't, and I guess she finally said, well, I'm gonna call her then.
No. I remember what you did. Your black
Uh,
behind told me I'm gonna give her your number if you don't call her. I was
yeah,
like, don't play with me. You better stop playing. Stop playing with me. Cause he kept on talking about Lita. All right, if you don't call her, I'm gonna give you your number because she getting on my nerves. Study
yeah.
messaging me, asking me to go ahead and call you.
So you
And like,
you ain't want to deal with her. You was like, "No, Lita, you taking over this shit."
nah,
But wait, TT, let me tell you how I even got to dealing with this young lady.
but
This is
look though,
all Gwen fault.
but like because like I didn't know that she was that type of person. So I mean, asking me questions, I'm not a woman. I can't answer no woman questions. So I said, hey, I probably know somebody who can probably aid and assist you, help you. But down the line, she got the line, she got to doing this. Then
Hmm.
you had nerves to say that you had nerves to ask me, um, what what's the address to where my daughter was, but you getting money from everybody else. You asked me for $10 to get you something to eat up and get you a beer or something, but you asking with no, like, what the hell? Then she proceeded to go lie on she lied on me about some interview, yo. We had a whole talk with this woman. This woman said she wanted to help get up, what she said, literally help get up on across and help people
Hmm.
understand where she trying to come from. No, some bull crap. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I can't trust her. I can't talk to her. I can't do none of that no more. I took her for this girl, man. I got tortured by that by the devil over there trying to help this girl, yo. I can't do it no more. She when she lied on me big time the last time. Nah, she a liar. I'm telling you, it's so much stuff she said to me, yo. I'd be wrong if I just send it to people, but I don't even want to do it like that. I mean,
Well, I know you're not lying, Glenn, because you jumped on our butts before over Toya, over
yeah.
stuff that had happened over at that WA's channel, and you was on her tail. You was on our tails about it. And we had to come over there and try to explain ourselves and give you an understanding of how that incident actually had taken place. It wasn't that Toya was over there getting bullied or people were jumping on her, nothing like that. She was again telling her business and saying a lot of raunchy stuff, and then getting mad when people came back with an opinion on how she acted or behaved. And she did something that was displeasing to WA. She reached out to Toya Manuel for some money, and then she told Perp not to tell WA about it. And WA was like, "No, hell no, that's not what we doing. You messy, you being trifling." She went in on her. She went in on her. And we were just trying to calm Toya down. She left the channel upset at everybody, though.
So I can tell you when Glenn's daughter was in the hospital, this I say maybe a week afterwards, me and Glenn had a conversation and we came to the conclusion we didn't want to have any dealings because it was nonstop mess. She asked us to do the interview for her because she said that every time that she spoke to AB or Miss V, that her phone conversation was being recorded and that she felt like she wasn't able to get her point across. Matter of fact, do you remember when she told us, like, she said that at the end of her conversation with Miss V had said that, and by the way, I'm recording this conversation to you. And so she got mad and she had hung up the phone on Miss V. Um, but we did it out of the kindness of our hearts because she asked us would we go ahead and do the phone interview with her. I said sure, no problem, whatever. But the next thing we know, she was right back over there on that panel. Um, and she was right back into drama and mess and saying various things. Hold on one second, try. Um, so the next thing that I know is like Glenn has said, when his daughter was in the hospital, she asked him, Well, she asked both of us, what was the address? And we said, no, no, thank you. Then she asked for my address. And I said, no, we good. We don't need any gifts. We good. Then it went from that to, well, I don't know. It was a question on who Glenn was on the phone with during the time frame of his child being in the hospital. I really found that irrelevant in regards to everything. I'm not in any competition with anybody for attention or to be on the phone with someone. So to say, oh well, no, he was on the phone with this person. I know who he was on the phone with. He know who he was on the phone with. We had a conversation the whole entire time frame. But anywho, so back to your half TT. So after we had that conversation that night,
Mm-hmm.
what transpired the next morning?
What happened basically? It wasn't the next morning. It was. I think we had a good solid week of peace without Toya being around because she left the chat on her own. Um, her and Miss Scott, they both left the chat, and so we just was in there, very peaceful. And then one day, boom, out of the blue, Monet came in and was like, "Lord, the devil busy." I'm like, "What's going on?" She like, "Well, I woke up this morning to okay, let me go back some. So I believe I ended that phone call with Toya, letting her know that I was going to handle her with a long handle spoon. Um, you know, I was praying for her to get better in her whatever situation was, but it was just a lot going on. She ended up having another incident, um, a brutal assault or whatever you want to call it at the bus station. She never made it to South Carolina. So then we were still telling her like, girl, you need to go get delivered. There's a reason why all this bad stuff keep happening to you. Go on and make it to South Carolina. And she didn't. She went on back to Birmingham. And so I think everybody was just really conflicted about the incident that happened, and people just didn't want to be bothered. And that's when we kind of was, telling her how we felt, and she got upset and she left that chat. So then I get up one morning, it's like about a week or two later, and Monet came in there and was like, Toya called her private. She got on the call with her because she wasn't sure who it was even calling her, and I guess Toya was telling her that me and Leda um, was talking to each other, and Leda was encouraging me to leave the group of women over there and do my own thing, and that's why I went on my own channel. What else she say? Toya said that Leda was talking real bad about all them over there, and I was like, what? I said I came and told y'all what the conversation was that me and Leda had with Toya that night. This the same night that she was supposed to board the bus to come to South Carolina. I told y'all what was discussed. I told y'all how Leda told her she didn't want to hear that mess. It was more than likely something Toya had did, why she was mad or whatever, and that she don't even know the other ladies to discuss them, but she know Toya. She gonna hold Toya accountable for staying in drama. And I said, we can call Leda and she will confirm the conversation. Now, we don't need to talk to nobody on the phone. Okay, so that rubbed me the wrong way because it was like, I have never lied. I have never had a reason to lie to my sisters. I have never had a reason to be messy, and definitely not come and have a sidebar conversation with somebody else about them. See what I'm saying? All I told all I told Lita was that I got out of the chat because it's a lot of conflict, and I wanted to protect my peace, and she encouraged me to protect my peace. We didn't go into details of why I needed to protect my peace. She knew Toya was over there entangled with us, but she just basically told me to be careful when it came to Toya. She told me little bits and pieces of why her and Toya had their past conflict. So I didn't base my decision off of what Lita told me. I based my decision off of what I was experiencing when it came to Toya, for myself. So yeah, that was a blatant lie that she went back and told Monea, and it did not sit well with me at all. At first, I thought Monea was believing Toya. Um, I was just upset about it. I'm like, Toya's stirring up drama, and it doesn't make any sense. It's uncalled for. And I think the reason why she's trying to create a division is because she still wants to have somebody to hold on to. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And she sees that everybody else is starting to fall back away from her. And she knows that it's too much at this point. I mean, and don't nobody want to be on no phone and watch this man in this woman's life. Don't nobody want to be on the phone and watch her overdose or drink herself to death. Don't nobody want to be involved in that. And the more you try to talk some sense into her, it's like she going the opposite direction. Yeah. So it was stressful. It was very draining dealing with her, and I had enough. So after that, Toya, Miss Leda was like, "TT, can you get Toya on the phone? I want to confront her about this lie that she went back and told Monea." And I said, "Okay." I think we was in a live, and she said, "Wait till the live is over." So I unblocked Toya because I had blocked Toya on my phone and all other social media platforms. I said, just had blocked her. So I unblocked her and I called her and I said, "Leda want to talk to you. We got something to discuss with you." And she said, "Oh, okay." And I put Leda on the line, and that's when we confronted her about what was said, what Monea had said. And she said, "She's telling the MF lie. I haven't even talked to her. I don't even have her number." And me and Leda was like, "Okay." And I'm thinking, well, why would Monea lie about something like that? It doesn't seem like Monea. That's not something that she's ever done before. Just I ain't understand. I'm like, "Are you sure?" Yeah, TT. I don't have her number. I swear to God. She always good for swearing to God. "I swear to God, I don't have her number. I haven't even talked to her." And so then she said, "Well, let me get Miss Scott in here and she'll tell y'all that didn't happen." And I'm thinking, how the hell would Miss Scott know if you made this call on your own? Monea didn't mention Miss Scott being on the phone when Toya called her. Now she could have been on three-way just on mute or something. I don't know, but that's not how the twins move. They always say, "Let me beat my sister in," or "Let me beat Miss Marquette in," or "Perp in." You see what I'm saying? They always announce when they're going to put somebody on the phone. That's just the type of respect that we've always shown each other. But this wasn't the conversation that Toya was having. She act like Miss Scott matter of factly knew that she didn't call Monea. So then when she gets Miss Scott on the phone, Miss Scott's kind of confused. She's like, "What's going on?" And Toya like, "Yeah, I called Perp and Monea that morning, but Monea didn't answer." And I said, just that quick. She didn't
Mhm.
realize that she had just told me and Leda that she didn't even call Monea.
Yep.
And Miss Scott was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, Toya. I didn't hear that, or whatever." In other words, letting me and Leda know that she wasn't on no phone call and witnessed that conversation between her and Monea. So I left it alone. I said, in that moment, my spirit moved and I said, "You got to be done with this lady. She's absolutely crazy." And so I said, "Toya," I said, "This is my position right now. And I'm gonna let Leda explain to y'all what she said to Toya. But this is what I said to her. I said, "Toya," I said, "I don't know what it is about you. I don't know what it is that got you always in mess." I said, "But I'm trying to protect my peace." And I told you this before, and I'm going to say it again. I don't want to hear about your drama. I don't want to involve myself in your drama. I cannot offer assistance in helping you in anything anymore. I'm just done. And I said, what I'm going to do is, I said, I'm going to reach out to you every now and then, only through text, and let you know that I'm praying for you. I love you and I care about you. But that's it. That's it. I said, after today, TT's done. And she was saying, "Okay, but I didn't do that." And this, that, and other, and trying to explain herself. And I said, I don't even care. I don't even care. It just messed up. The way that I was lied on or allegedly lied on, it just was messed up because I wouldn't have never did you like that. I have no reason to do that type of stuff to people. That's not my character.
So with Miss Scott on the phone, I told her, look, I still don't want any dealings with you. My position has not changed. It will not change. I'm not going backwards. I'm not going to deal with drama. I've been there already with you before. And she proceeded to say, some things. And basically, she said, "Oh, well, we once I get off this phone, I'm gonna call Monea and I'm gonna talk to her." And I said, the whole point in the conversation right now is to go ahead and get whatever you did off on the table. Get it off your chest, say whatever you gotta say, so that way it's no more drama.
Yeah.
Let's
And
put
we
it all out there.
Yeah, and we told her after this phone conversation, it's a dead issue. Don't even talk about it no more. It doesn't matter. It was said, what or whatever. Let that be. Let that be.
Well, saying that, might as well have said, "Let me give you gas and hit the pedal to go," because it started.
Yeah.
It She got on live.
Fast forward a few weeks later, Miss Scott called me and she said, "Hey TT," and I was in the bed sick. I had just been dealing with a flare up of cyst, and she was like, "You in the bed?" I said, "Yeah, I ain't feeling too good." She said, "Oh," she said, "Then damn, I know you probably don't want to be bothered with this then." And I said, "What is it, Miss Scott? What's going on?" Toya wanted to talk to you, and I said, "Well, what she want to talk to me about?" Her daughter's going to court. She want to know will you pray for her. And I said, "All right, I'll pray for her." So I'm thinking she gonna put her on the phone. We gonna say a group prayer, little prayer together, whatever. That's basically what I was thinking. So she clicked her in on the phone, and Toy started saying, "My daughter's going to court tomorrow, blah 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 blah." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "Well, will you keep her up in prayer?" And I said, "Absolutely, I'll pray for her. I'm not like that, I'll pray for her." And we said, I just told her I wasn't feeling good. Sorry, I wasn't, energetic and talking to her, but I was not feeling good, and I was gonna go on and going back to sleep, and to lay down, finish laying down, and try to go back to sleep. And she's like, what, trying to, and instill, just basically trying to ask me questions about what was wrong with me. And I was like, it's a cyst, and the doctors is monitoring what I got going on. Well, what's your blood type and all this stuff. And I was like, that I'll let my doctors handle that. But thank you for being concerned, and I will be praying for your daughter tomorrow. No worries, just keep your faith. And we ended the phone conversation. And so then the next day, I was in the chat and I seen them saying that they had talked to Toya, and Toya was crying. She was hysterical, and she was saying her daughter was going to have to do a year in prison. So I'm assuming, based off of what they were told, that her daughter was sentenced and had to serve a year in prison. So I was like, oh man, that's what I thought. Well, that's what I was thinking to myself. I don't even remember commenting because, again, I just didn't want to involve myself. And then later on, it wasn't even about 25 minutes later, my phone rang and it popped up Toya. And I said, damn, I forgot to block her back. And I was like, damn. And so then I said, okay. So I answered the phone, and she was like, TT, I just called to tell you that my daughter she was sitting in front of the judge, and he decided to do a continuance on the case, and she doesn't have to be seen back in court until May of next year. And I thought, what? Why is she telling me this? But they said something totally different in the chat. And I was like, oh, I didn't even bring it up. I just said, oh, okay, well, Toy, I guess that's good news. I know you would have preferred it to be over with today, but, you know, that how the court systems is. They funny sometimes. They'll try to drag stuff out. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, you got a paid lawyer, so he should be moving quick on getting this resolved. And she was like, well, yeah. And then we got to talk to him, and da da da. She went in and tried to go into this long thing. And I said, Toya, I said, I got to say something to you. And she said, what? I said, I don't want you to think that we back cool like that and you could just call, because I'm still really upset over the fact that a lie was told on me. And the lie came from you of all people. I said I wouldn't have did that to you. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You remember the lie that Monet, the stuff that was said to Monet that came back to me about me and Leda?" I said that didn't happen. That was a blatant lie. And I'm still confused as to why it was even said, why that lie was told. "Oh, so you still believe in them over me?" And da-da. I said, "Toy, don't get loud. Please don't get loud with me, because I'm not getting loud with you. And I'm really up here on this phone with you, and I'm talking to you cordial, and I'm not raising my voice, and I'm not arguing with you." I said, "But I got to let you know how I feel." "Well, TT, I told you. I didn't call." And I said, "Toya, you told me that you didn't even have Monet a number. But when Miss Scott got on the phone, you actually called Monet. It's just that she didn't answer the phone. So which one was it? I didn't talk about you and Leda. I have no reason to talk and say nothing about y'all." I said, "Okay, Toya," I said, "I'm through with this." I said, and that's why I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to go back and forth with you. I didn't want to even get in a discussion with you. I said, "But I am not about to sit up here and fake the funk with you. Period. I'm not. We not friends, because friends don't do that to each other." "Well, I'm going live, and I'm going to, what she say? I'm going live, and I'm going to confront it." And I said, "I don't even want to go live. I'm talking to you. This shit didn't happen on YouTube. This happened off YouTube. And we talking about it off YouTube. I'm going live." And she hung up on me. And y'all know the rest of the story. I was all kinds of bitches and liars. And she bringing up with this thing, this old fake ass purse she bought my daughter. Yeah, only reason why I'm up here, I appreciated the gift. She begged to buy my child the gift. I told her she didn't have to buy my daughter nothing. But when she sent the gift, and me and her had a falling out, the first thing she wanted to do was tell Lily to give my purse back. Tell Lily to get that $10 I sent her to get McDonald's back. So you gonna bring my child into some adult mess that you created? So yeah, I was on demon time with her after that, because that's one thing I will not play about is my child. You don't buy something for my child, and then when you mad or you in your feelings or feel some type of way, demand my child to do anything. And my child heard her cussing and going off that morning, calling me out my name. What did I do to Auntie Toya? She made my child feel some type of way. And then my child brought the purse to me and told me I won't even carry it because I know she don't like me. So again, you brought my child into a situation, and that's why I went over to AB's and went off on you like I did. Because if it was just between me and you, it wouldn't have came to YouTube.
Now, after the conversation we had with Miss Scott, did I speak to Toya again?
No, you did not.
And each time that I spoke to Toya, it was something where she had begged you guys to put me on the phone with her.
Mainly just me. Just that one time she was begging to speak to you, to apologize to you about some old stuff.
So the first time that I actually had a conversation with TT and Miss Scott, it was pertaining to Toya, in a situation that we was dealing with an individual who I won't name. Um, and so Toya had said then she wanted to apologize to me. Now keep in mind, she had already contacted Glenn, she contacted Triesha, and she tried to get in contact with me. When I said I was done in May, I meant that. I told her she had torched that bridge, and y'all, I used some colorful language, which I'm not gonna say, and that MFR would never be rebuilt, and so that was the end of that. Um, and so she basically it said, well, please, I know how to treat my friends now. And my comment was, sometimes in life we learn lessons a little too late. um and every time that I have spoken to her, has my demeanor or my comment changed?
No.
I continue to tell this young lady, I don't want any dealings. I don't want any dealings because I know how you are, and you have diarrhea of the mouth, and you put yourself in situations, and I'm not trying to be involved in those situations. So, Lyndon,
Yeah,
you can go ahead and tell your side of what else you endured with her, because we went through a lot.
yeah. I can't focus right now. I'm gonna let y'all. Give me about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. I got. I was talking to my job and shit.
Okay. Well, like I say, I had told her, you got to mute your mic, Glenn. I don't know. You got to
Nah,
really.
that ain't my mic. That's your mic.
It's not my mic.
Man, that ain't my mic. Ain't nothing wrong with my mic.
Ain't nothing wrong with my mic. Y'all see what I did with?
But yeah, like, but I mean, man, look, I don't even know how to even, say it anymore. I mean, like, don't have no dealing with her. That girl lied. She a liar, yo. Then she'll come to me and say stuff, but I don't even put it out like that because for one, I don't really. And she really had people thinking that we we made her do an interview, and I'm hearing all year they doing this for views. First of all, no, Tav, I don't really have to get on this YouTube app. I don't care. I just do it just because it was cool. I thought it was fun, but like after I seen the stuff that was going on, I was like, nah. There's so many people on here think they more than what they is. And I got what I got that. You know what I'm saying? But the girl, she started a whole lot of drumming. Most all this drumming that was going on, she started, and I tried to take her for it. But then I used to beg her not to go tell her business. She used to always say me like she finna go do this and do this and do that. And I'm like, Toy, that's not how you do things, yo. If whatever you had going on, try to go get some help for it. No, I think it's best for me to do this. In my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, she lying. She lying. Ain't no, if she ain't lying, she got to be slow. I mean, like mental retarded. God forgive, but she mental. Who gonna let somebody mess with their daughter and don't do nothing about it? Or man, I ain't no man. I'm dying behind mine. You feel me? Fuck that. That's just how it is. That girl liar, yo. She talks about people. She lie on people. She lie on everybody. She lie on
All I
people.
know is she attacked me because I have several different opinions on why she decided to attack me. One, because I was a threat. Once she seen that me and Leda was cool, and she wanted to get back cool with Leda, and Leda blocked it from basically blocked her from being able to get back close to her. She got upset at me and decided to stir up a lie that me and Leda had some outside agenda to talk about my sisters and bring strife to the group. And then the second reason I believe she attacked me was because I was straightforward with her, told her I don't want to fool with her. But I also was telling her at the same time, but I still love you and I'm still praying for you. See what I'm saying? So she thought it was okay, and me telling her that I still loved her, she thought it was okay to contact me. But what she didn't realize was I am a Leo, and we move that different. When we cut somebody off, you completely cut off. You know what I'm saying? But we still show love. And, you know, and Miss Scott calling me and saying she wants you to pray for her daughter. When it comes to children, I'll pray for children all day, every day. And I don't blame children for adult mess. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to treat her daughter a messed up way because I was upset about something that she did. But at the same time, don't take my kindness for weakness. I don't let you burn me over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, that's why she got upset at me, because she couldn't have access to me how she had access to me before.
So I can tell y'all, she kept telling me, "Oh well, Leda, Glenn paid so and so bills," and I was like, "What?" Do you remember that, TT?
Well, you know what, Lita? With so much said about that whole situation, she probably did say, I don't know. I remember we was on the live over at the round table, and then we just got bum rushed with several people that I didn't think the girl liked us. I'm not gonna say her name, but I didn't even think that particular individual liked us and fooled with us. And then all of a sudden, she popped up in our chat. But they were there to argue with Toya.
And then she kept telling me, "Oh well, how did I know that he was on house arrest? And how did I know he had this? And how did I know he had that? Like a monitor or something?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, again, that's those sidebar conversations that people were having with one another, and I guess that's what was leading to. And I guess Toya had her hand in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no one, y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Ain't no side. TT, I'm address it. There's no sidebar conversation. I said plenty of times that I was. A lot of people knew that I was going through something. Everybody knew it. I even said it. Jay Michael, we all said it on the channel. I never, I never been on house arrest. None of that. Never been on house arrest. So that was all BS. And for one, people can't. This girl lied on Jay's reaction. After she
Mm-hmm.
lied on Jay's reaction, that really woke me up to understand. Like, yo, she really is a compulsive liar, yo. Like,
Okay,
why
so
would you?
Glenn, how was she was having sidebar conversations in that particular situation with those people?
Oh yeah, like for me paying somebody bill, man, can't nobody.
Cause I
If
never heard of that in nobody panel. I'm gonna just be perfectly honest with you. I never
if
heard
so,
none of that being said. I was only on certain channels for short period of time, but again, that only had to been some stuff conjuring up by Toya.
man, look, real talk, can't nobody get on here and say I paid no bill. Tell them pull out some receipts with Glenn name on it. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Anything with Glenn name on it, giving them something. Tell them pull it out and show it. That's all they got to do. That's all. I beg people to do that. Nah, you know, legend. If I supposed to done that, tell them to show it. That's all they got to do. Cause I don't even rock like that. What?
If somebody's telling a lie on me, I'm gonna come and clear my name up from the lie they telling because I don't have nothing to hide. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when the lie first came to me about what me and Lita supposedly said and did was doing, I definitely took it to the source and confronted the source.
I wasn't really gonna entertain it because, like, I mean, it's YouTube. I don't know these people. These people don't know me. And for somebody even say that, the person that told them that they need to come and put that on YouTube and show people where I supposed to have done something like that. Cause that's most definitely a lie. That's the biggest lie. Anybody who know me, that's the biggest lie you can ever hear. I won't even pay my mama bill. So why would what? Okay, man, what?
So it just amazed me that yesterday over at AB's and salute and respect to AB and her channel. But it just amazed me that she got up there and when I confronted her again, and I said, "So you what?" I said, "Can you remember the lie that you told?" Because one minute you didn't talk to Monet, the next minute you did talk to Monet, but she didn't answer the phone. And then as of the day you went live and was screaming on your panel about me and my daughter, you still hadn't said nothing about me and Lita. But now today over here at AB's, you did. And me and Lita was doing this stuff that you went and told Monet. So when are you gonna get your damn story straight? Because if you're gonna tell a lie, continue through with the lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. I,
A
I
lie
was.
don't tell who you tell it to, but you ain't gonna tell it to me. You ain't gonna
I was.
lie to me about me to my face. That's what you're not gonna do.
I was in something I ain't even know nothing about. Paying bills. I'm like, damn, what is coming from?
Well, I was told the whole entire time that we had an entanglement with one another, that you was cheating, you was messing with
Man,
this
see,
person.
people gotta understand, like all that extra, whatever they tell me I was doing, Well, these people don't know me. They don't know what I do. They don't know none of this. This they go and listen to some people on YouTube. I don't even talk to or know really know about. Like who know? Man, I don't care. That's why I don't even entertain that stuff, yo. I be like, man, and the only reason I'm entertaining it now because the girl is a liar, yo. And it's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I'm not gonna even be disrespectful like that because I do have respect for women. But it's some stuff that if I say some stuff right now, everybody want to kill her. But I'm not even gonna do that to myself. Man, I don't give a damn.
And I apologize, y'all. I know the minimum amount of information when it comes to that this particular situation Lita and Glenn's talking about. I know very little about it. That's why I can't speak much on it. If I knew more, then I would be speaking more on it. But unfortunately, I don't. All I know is that I did hear Toya saying that you had something going on behind the scenes with that person, and it came from that person's mouth. That's all I heard her say. That's what she admitted to us. Because we were still on a whole nother channel dealing with a whole nother content creator, different content creator during all that time when all that was going on. So I'm truly oblivious to everything that was occurred on that particular incident. I'm up here to really discuss the incident when she lied on me and put my name in some mess.
Yeah.
And all day yesterday, all you heard was T T T T T T. So why is it TT now? Because I stood up for what I truly believed in, and you did me wrong and dirty, and I don't want to be bothered with you. You that upset at me? I mean, if you is, you is. What you eat don't make me shit, but I'm still speak my truth.
Well, she's lied on me on multiple occasions, and I really can't go in depth in the conversation pertaining to the other young lady in the incident because I was unaware of anything other than, little comments that I would see from time to time that said go back to Leda. But you know, I I just was not paying attention to that young lady. I didn't know the young lady and certain things that the young lady said didn't add up with the information that I personally knew firsthand. So yeah. But
Right. Right.
so my whole point for even bringing it up was just to show that it's a pattern of lies that are told. And the reason why all of this has started was because me and Glenn had said that we didn't want to have any more dealings. We said that we were going to take a step back. We were still cool with her, but we were going to take a step back, and that's what transpired. Um,
And
some
Lita,
stuff.
don't you see that that's a pattern that whenever anybody has chosen to off and away from her, that person immediately becomes an enemy. She's ready
Hmm.
to jump on panels, and she ain't doing them but screaming and hollering. The first time I heard that, the WA supposedly gave her a stroke. So somebody that got all that energy, but the type of issues that'll lead them into having a stroke shouldn't be up on no panel screaming and hollering. I remember one time on Envy's, I went up there. I said I had to bring her down. I was like, "Girl, these people don't know you over here, and they don't know what you up here screaming about. No respect, no disrespect to AB, but that's what she was mad at AB that day, and she was up there screaming and hollering about her. And I was like, why don't you call AB and discuss it with her? But no, TT, they did. It's always they did, and they said.
Hmm.
Okay, well, what did Toya do and say to lead it to this point, that have it led up to this issue? That's the thing about her. She doesn't take accountability. She apologized and cried in rivers of tears, and it's not meaningful because then she'll turn around and do the same thing over again.
And that's one thing that I told her that night is that, you can apologize over and over again, but apologies start to lose their meaning if you continue to do the exact same thing and there's never any change or improvement. Now, I really wasn't going to speak on Toya at all because I I just didn't have the energy to give to this young lady anymore. Um, But when I found out that she got money from Triisha,
Right.
that pissed me off. That burned my biscuits.
And I heard
Um,
that last night at Perps Live, and I was let me use this word. I was flabbergasted. I said, "Oh my God!" Like she is really going around indulging a pity party and begging people for money when she know that's wrong.
mhm. And TT can tell you, we all had a phone conversation, and Toya was on that conversation. And I asked her, "Well, tell me when I talked about these ladies." And not one time would she comment.
Nope.
And I let it be known then, there's only one common denominator in all of these situations, and it's Toya. Toya is the common denominator. I didn't get behind Toya back. I said what I had to say. Like, just stop lying on me. Stop putting me in the midst of situations because I don't have any dealings with you. I don't talk to you. But because me and Glenn said that we were no longer going to have dealings with her, then that's when all the sidebar stuff started. And oh, well, I should have told you about this way back when, and it was going on the whole entire time. And then when you said you wasn't having no dealings, then here it is. Well, Leda and TT said, and Leda and TT did. Like, Leda
Mm-hmm.
don't talk to you. So I just don't understand why Leda name keep getting thrown up, why Leda keep getting lied on, and why you keep bringing us all in the mix. But it is a pattern. At the moment that someone says that they don't want any dealings, it's gonna be a lie. It's going to be a lie. And how
Mm-hmm.
you know she's lying is she doesn't want you to have the chance or the opportunity to talk. She starts screaming at the top of her lungs to cut you off because she know you getting ready to tell something that's truthful, and you can come back and say, "Well, I remember when." And so she starts yelling and screaming from the top of her lungs.
Yep. Or she's telling the panel holder or whoever's controlling the live to block a person. Get that person out of here. Block them. Why do you want this person gone so bad and block this? Because you don't want the truth to come out?
Mhm.
Like I went over in AB chat and I said, "Hey man, you sent a smoke signal, so I'm here to address the smoke you done sent out at me.
Yep.
You up here yelling my name out and talking about my child, so I'm here to address it and put you in your damn place. Period." So, Traisha, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
Yeah, I can hear.
okay, how you doing, honey?
I'm fine. How are everyone on the panel? How are you guys?
I'm
Blessed
good.
and favored. So
Is I'm echoing?
a little bit.
You want me to drop down, come back?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So why did you pay for pizza for her?
Cause it was this one day she called me like sad and stuff and said she didn't have no food. And see, and this is the thing, I'm a child of God and God feeds me, I should be able to feed others. But I didn't believe that she didn't have food because how you don't have food and you have your adult daughter there. And I'm not talking about no one children, okay?
Hmm.
But you have your adult daughter living with you and how you guys don't have food. Like somebody should have some income coming in. So what I did, she said, I don't have no food. So she just kept begging and begging. I got tired. So what I did, I used my money that I was saving up for because I was saving to go come next year to come to Texas to see my fam. Um, I used that to order her some pizza because she just kept whining and crying about she didn't have no food and that get draining because I'm I'm barely making it. And when I was trying to explain to her, I said, look, Toya, I I have bills and other things I have to. I can't buy you food. She said, well, can you buy me some wings? And I said, I can't do that because I have bills and other things. And she just kept asking. So that kind of drained me. That made me upset. But what really made me upset is when she participated of calling me and you our names with someone else, and then she want to call me her sister, but need me at the same time, and that kind of like stirred me the wrong way. How you my sister, but you can call me out my name? That's not cool at all, because sisters don't do that, and if sisters do that, we come back and correct it. Or is I'm wrong?
No, you are correct. Is that me echoing?
No, I think that's me.
You sure?
It
Yeah,
may
because
be.
Let me try
yeah.
and go down and come back up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, Try. No,
Mm-hmm.
um, don't ever give this young lady any money ever again. Try to mute your mic. Let me see if your mic is behind this echoing. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay, it's your mic. Try some. You have two things playing or something in the background. So this is a pattern, and we trying to establish for you guys. If you tell this young lady you don't want to have any dealings with her, then this is what transpires. It's Try's mic. It's not yours.
Okay.
Um. So if you tell this young lady you don't want to have any dealings with her, you're gonna be lied on. Every time you look up, she needs food. Okay. She's came to me, she's came to Glenn, she's came to Miss Perk about food, try. Um she's asked Toya Manuel to pay light bill. Um I mean you name it, it has been done. So I'm telling you guys, this is why I have canceled a lot of giveaways, because I've dealt with people like this who continue to try to use, and they not realizing. I see the pattern. I people talk to me, and I know what goes on behind the scenes. And so for you to approach me, you have to approach me in the right manner. I don't mind helping anybody. I don't mind helping anybody. I will give to anybody from the bottom of my heart. Don't ask for anything, don't expect anything. But this young lady has a pattern along with some others, and I'm not gonna go there. But
And Leda,
again, hmm,
I just want to piggyback off what you said. I've heard a lot of people have given to her, and I've heard that she's asked a lot of different people for money as well. She had the nerve to go and tell Miss V that I was going to call Miss V and beg for money.
mm-mm.
And where she got that from was the day that I went on the round table to tell my side of the story as to why Toya was mad and kept doing lives about me and what she supposedly gave my child and this, that, and other. Miss B was in the chat that night and she said, TT, call me. I'll give your baby some money. Because, my daughter, had a hard time, had an issue with that. Hearing Toya calling me out my name and fussing about this knockoff purse she sent out here for her. And I chose not to call Miss B because I didn't want Miss B to feel like she owed anything on Toya's behalf. I didn't want Miss B to feel like she had to clean up Toya's mess. That's why I didn't call Miss B. If I was really out to use Miss B and get some money out of Miss B like she's done, I would have hurried up, got off that live and called Miss B.
No.
But I'm actually a mother that takes care of my child. My child doesn't want for anything. I've never had to call anybody and ask them to feed my child. She offered to buy my daughter McDonald's. If call your auntie, I'll get you some McDonald's. So she told a lie on me as a mother. She said that I put my daughter up to call her and ask her for McDonald's. I said, um, my daughter said, can I have some McDonald's? I said, I ain't getting you no McDonald's. And there's been a plenty of times where we've been out shopping or handling bills, running errands, and my daughter has asked for McDonald's and I got it for her. You know what I'm saying? My
Mm,
daughter knew, can I use your phone and call Auntie Toya? Yeah, you can call and ask. You can call and talk to her. I didn't even know at that time what my daughter was calling her about. She asked her for McDonald's. She cashed after $10. But that's a 12-year-old. See what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hmm. See, and I knew something was wrong because the very moment I said, "Well, I need to have a conversation with Glenn before we even talk about giving you any money or anything like that." Oh no, don't talk to Glenn. Don't talk to Glenn. Like, okay, she know at that time that's who I was dealing with, and so yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with him. But the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "Don't talk to Glenn." But me and Glenn still had a conversation, and the comment was, "No, no." Um, and I guess he didn't tell me in regards to her asking him for food. And I guess that's why he felt the way he felt. But I had already came to the conclusion no, because the young lady had told me the week prior that she had got a check from her lawyer's office for a substantial amount, and then she was asking for money for food. So that kind of was mind boggling to me. Like, wait a minute, what? I'm lost. Like, you just had this substantial amount of money given to you, and now all of a sudden you need money for food. Like, mm-mm.
But that's
So
what I'm saying. She can very well maintain a job. I saw her do it. She can have money in her pocket and she can buy herself food. She can have the stuff she wants to have. I don't know if that man is over there taking her money. I don't know the ins and outs of where the money go, but one minute she'll have money, the next minute she won't have money. But it's still no excuse to try to beg other people for what they have and what they've worked hard for. See what I'm saying? And then
mm-hmm,
when they say no, they can't give it to you or they don't have it, it's a problem. You have an issue with them.
mm-hmm.
When here you've owed people money and haven't given their money back.
And
And
then
so I'm here to tell Triesha, Miss V, Perp, who anybody, any and everybody, Miss Scott, all of y'all gonna be blessed tenfold for what y'all have done. You may never see a dime of that money back, but y'all will truly be blessed for it.
Yeah,
no, they'll see it back. It just may not come back from her. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. You guys are right. That we are gonna be blessed. But I want to say this: I'm already blessed, okay? Because I have Miss Leda in my corner. She encouraged me to do things better and to do things that a woman should do, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm already blessed, and I'm not worried about ordering pizza or anything. It's just that the disrespect.
Yeah.
That's what bothered me because you can't be my sister, but and then disrespect me, turn around and call me, participate and call me all kind of names that my mother would never call me. That's one thing. When my mom was living, she never fixed her lips to call me a B word. Man, even I made her so mad. That's she never did that, and that's hurtful. Like you're supposed to say you my sister, and then you want me to come visit you and talking about, oh, you and your man can stay here. I said no because I don't do that because I don't even know you like that. uh No, I would never stay at somebody's house that I don't know because I don't know what could happen to me when I'm sleeping because people nowadays is doing crazy things. And I'm glad that Miss Lita is like explaining these things to us to watch who we surround ourselves around. So
Right.
I love Miss Lita for that because she's teaching me to open my eyes and
Yeah.
to like do things that if my mom was here, my mom won't want me to do, you know?
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, Kraisha. And more importantly, use discernment that that's the gift that we are all born with, all blessed to have. Use that discernment. Because if you take the issue to Jehovah God, He gonna show you who for you and who not for you. You'll
Hmm.
be trying to hold on to people that Jehovah himself is trying to remove out your life. And you be trying to hold on to them. And the signs is all there why you shouldn't be holding on to them.
Yep, you're right, and that's why I really woke up when that person called. Not just only me, but Miss Leda, our name participated, calling us our name and laughing and giggling, and then turn around want to speak to her and texting me or calling me saying, "Can I get her on the line?" And then I told her she don't want to be bothered with you. I'm
Well,
telling
she
her like
called
I'm
me a
telling
bitch
you
twice.
guys.
She called me a bitch twice at the beginning of that video of that live over there. AB, it was the bitch
Yeah.
TT. Then she said, "Well, why would Miss V said, well, why would TT say that about me? I've never did nothing to TT or said nothing bad about TT. Oh, cause she's a bitch. Lita, do you feel like I'm a bitch?
Absolutely not.
Traisha, do you feel like I'm a bitch?
Nope, because ain't none of us women those names.
I
We
could
are the
ask 20 more
names.
people. They gonna say the same thing. No, you're not. You're not that. So why are you the only one in the world to feel that way? Not that it's moving anything over here. It's not paying my bills, feeding me or my daughter, or putting gas in my car or getting me to my doctor's appointments or any of that. What she eat don't make me use the restroom. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's her opinion of me. I want her to keep that opinion of me. I
Hmm.
Yeah,
really do.
yeah, you're right. And then another thing that bothered me, just saying evil things about your child. Your child don't have nothing to do with your disagreement. And you are right. Your child should be where the child place is. Like, if that's why if I ever have kids, I don't want nobody buy my kids nothing. And it goes for my family. We good. That's why they got a mom and a dad.
Yeah,
And
everybody's not gonna have the same best interest for your child that you have for your child. And that's a hard lesson to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just because I'm intermingling with a particular adult don't mean my daughter is going to be intermingling with that adult, because a lot of people are backstabbers and
Yep.
a lot of people come in your life for all the wrong reasons.
right,
So
and then yeah, you're right, TT. And then this is the thing. This what my aunties them used to do to my mom, and that's why I have a good relationship with them because they used to do stuff for us and then throw up in my mom's face. Oh, remember when we did X, Y, and Z for your child? And I used to tell my mom, "We don't need it. We got you."
exactly. And should no child ever feel like they being a burden on somebody, or making a person going out their way to do anything for them. Children are innocent
Right.
and they're only supposed to be loved and cared for.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's why I said when we was on Perf Live that one night, I even said that this it ain't a village no more. People change. Cause when we was growing up, it was a village, and no one didn't come back and say, "Oh, I fed your child dinner," and then expected you to give them something back in return. It wasn't like that when I was coming up. Cause when I was coming up, besides my aunties, but the neighbors. If my mom wasn't home in time for me to get in, and cause she didn't trust me with a key, cause she think I'm gonna bring boys or something, and that's kind of funny. And I never would do that. The neighbor said, "Your mom not home. Come in here." Until your mom come in, then it'd be like nighttime when my mom came, cause she'd be with her sisters. No, I don't know what she would be doing, and the neighbor would feed me, and
hmm.
it was good. And then all I had to do is take my bath and go to bed.
Yeah, for the record, I don't. Kids really irritate me. I have low patience with kids, but I still love kids. I love other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to figure out ways to help other people with their kids, and if I have it, your kid got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want somebody to look out for mine the same way. Some was, God forbid, happen to me. I would want a group of adults that are trustworthy to come in and surround her. That's why Aaliyah looks at all the sisters as aunties and will call them her aunt in a heartbeat. And she's never physically met any of these women a day in her life, but she trusts them because I trust them. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so
Yeah.
you're absolutely correct. It does take a village because you don't never know when your time is up, when your expiration date has come up, and your child left in this world alone. You want somebody to come and say, "Well, here she gone. I'll take her. I got her. I'm gonna surround her with love and care." You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
that's something that I would never do. I would never use somebody's child in a derogatory way and make a comment about somebody's innocent child
Yeah, and that's
over
me
something I
too.
done did for them. That was just totally wrong.
Yeah,
Totally wrong.
and to me, I don't think that was really from the heart, because if it was, you want to bar that person want to bar that up. Period. And
Yeah.
I don't
It
know,
would have been
cause
left and stuck where we was arguing. And I still didn't argue with that girl. I was just as polite. I was talking to her the same way I'm up here talking to you and Leda, Traisha. I'm still text you out every now and then because I was sending her the petition for WA.
yeah,
I texted to her. I was like, make sure you sign it, because I knew I hadn't seen her on YouTube in a while and whatnot, just trying to make sure that she knew that there was a petition. She just had did a live a couple weeks prior having an issue with that lady. So I was like, yeah, make sure you sign the petition. I mean, this is a way to do something about it. But this lady she does not have the right intentions. She just doesn't. And the reason why she doesn't have the right intentions is because her life is not together with Jehovah.
No.
right,
And until she get her life together with Jehovah, she gonna stay in mess and conflict.
right. Cause I remember this one time she was on she was on FaceTime with me, okay, and and I said, "Where you going?" She said, "Oh, I'm walking to the store." And I said, "But I thought you didn't have no money," because she was asking me for money if I could cash app her. But then I didn't have a cash app because I didn't really like know anything about it. We just recently got a cash app. It's not on my phone, but it's on my significant other phone. So we like share it. But
Hmm.
she had asked if I could cash app her some money so she can get some stuff from the store. And then the next day, yeah, she had money. She was walking to the, I guess, the corner store or the liquor store, whatever it was, going to go buy something.
She
And
good for
so,
that. I've heard plenty of stories of her doing stuff like that, telling people she flat broke, no got no money to eat, do nothing, and then the next breath you turn around, you look up, she's buying something and walking to the store, and you like, well, damn, you just said you wasn't. You gotta be careful about how you lying to people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be
Yeah.
yeah,
careful about that because people are especially when it comes to asking for that hard earned money, they gonna pay attention.
right.
They gonna
And
pay
this
attention.
another, yeah, and this another thing. I am so happy. I think God did this. Okay, because that day before, I had ordered the pizza, and I'm letting you know, okay, Miss Lita, because
Mhm.
that's who I am. Okay, I am who I am on camera, off camera. I am who I am. Um, I, this guy, he was doing this. I tried to order her some groceries from the Walmart app. My on my phone, it wouldn't even let me do it. Kept denying it, denying it. So I put it in 3 or 4 times. It kept denying it. So I didn't want to keep doing it. Then my car get frozen. So um, I just left it alone. I said I can't do it. I can't buy you food or anything off the Walmart app. It won't let me. And I don't know if it's because I was in different states or that's why. I I don't know, but my food stamp card kept getting denied. I had a lot of food stamps on it, but it just kept getting it denied. So I think God did that. God said, no, you
Hmm.
no, no, church, you're not spending that on her. Mm-mm.
That was God, crazy. Let me tell you how God works. amongst us. There was a time where she was trying to tell me and Perp to come.
Hold on, TT. Try mute your mic. Okay, there she go.
There was a time where she was trying to get me and Perp to come out there to Alabama where she's at to support her for her daughter going to court, right?
Mhm.
I need y'all, I need y'all here with me, and I'm scared for my daughter to this, that, and other. So me and Perp thought about it and was like, well, TT, we could do that. We can go and support her, don't you think? And I said, I mean, I guess, but they know I'm scared to fly. I have never flew a day in my life, so I was trying to figure out how I was going to even do that. But um, Monet came in, she said, no, I don't got a good feeling about that. And we was listening. We was like, well, why, Ma? What's going on? She's like, I just really think that that man see y'all over there, he gonna show his tail even harder on her, and y'all gonna get caught in the crossfire of it.
See, and she wanted me and Glenn to come down there for her son's graduation.
Yeah.
And that's when a big argument had ensued. She called me hood. Now that's the only time that I have ever called her or AB out their names, but that situation really had bothered me, and yeah, I called them every name but a child of God. And so um, she proceeded to call me hood. Um, but had I been down there, we definitely would have had some drama, as you can see.
Oh yeah, it would have been a very big issue, and so that was one incident where we got stopped in our tracks from dealing with her directly in person. And then there was another time we were trying to plan a group trip out there on the beach, and we were all gonna stay at it was at the, I don't believe we were looking at an Airbnb, but we was looking at a little condo to rent for the weekend, oceanfront. And she was like, I'll pay this, that, and other, and TT, I'll help buy your ticket and this, that, and other. I had to face heart surgery, so or have my defibrillator implanted, so that stopped that, you know. And then the last incident was when she was supposed to be going out there to see Miss Scott and get her deliverance through her pastor, and
Mhm.
she had the incident at the bus station. Stopped that in its tracks and sent her back to Birmingham. And I sit back and I ponder and I think about those incidences and I say, dang, Jehovah God gonna protect his children. He's not gonna let the adversary come and sit at their table and be plotting at the same time about them behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Not in that way. And so it
Yeah.
always came to a head where we were just about to make a trip happen and it didn't happen. So I thank God for that. Even now, like I know what it is. I see things so much clearer because I truly wanted to help this lady. I truly wanted to see the abuse that she endured stop. I was trying to give her resources, trying to help as much as I could. But then I realized this lady don't want the help. She likes this stuff. She likes the toxicity and the turmoil of what's going on in her life. And I even told you, Leda, I said, this is the first time I've been directly this close to somebody that deals with what she deal with. So it's
Mhm.
very traumatic for me. It's very draining, and it is traumatic. I hated to see her bruised up like that, but that's what she liked. So
Yeah, I can tell y'all, me and TT had conversation even earlier. Our conversation still has never been anything negative towards this young lady. I even told TT, I know someone who's just like her. All I can do is pray for that individual, but at the same point in time, once they show you who they are, you can't let them get close to you again. You got to protect your peace. Um,
mhm.
but I don't wish her any ill, um, but she will reap what she has sown, because to take money from Try, to take money from Ms. V and all the other people who she's taking money from, and it was all based upon a lie, she will reap what she sowed. Karma is a bitch and it's gonna come back to bite her in her ass. So that's all I can tell you guys. But I the whole purpose is to show you guys that it is a pattern with this young lady, that the moment that you want to cut her off, then you're gonna be lied on. It's going to be some issues. It's going to be some ill thoughts. And then she's going to go to every single individual to see who will purchase food for her, because that's one thing, you're gonna play on people's sympathy. And food is one key way. If you don't have food, the essentials, somebody gonna try to help you to get the essentials. But I have
Mm-hmm.
a child, and that's not, Toya is not my responsibility. So yeah, AB has said she got mad at me. I could care less about her getting mad at me, because my child is my responsibility, not a grown woman. You able to get up there and get out and do the things that you need to do, or my child isn't. My child didn't ask to be brought into this world. So that was like, wow, that was mind blowing when AB had said that yesterday, that she was mad at me. um and then mad because I had a conversation with Glenn about it. I had already said I need to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, and I
So
honestly see why people have moved the way they moved around her. Cut her off, stopped talking to her, didn't want to be on phone conversations with her by themselves.
mhm,
What my first time here, it was WA, then it was AB, then it was Miss V, then it was y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was just a trickle effect. And I'm like, dang, I see why it came to what it came to with these people, because these are good people. These are people that are just on YouTube to do their channel, um, host their channels and give their commentary on whatnot. And they're not here to do all of that. They do it because they have a good heart to do it, but they're not obligated to do anything. And it's like she just going from one person to the next person to the next person, just going on down the line, trying to use and abuse wherever she can. And people tired. People
mhm,
tired, and people are speaking out and exposing you, Toya. And people are bringing your mess to the light, setting it on the table, and daring you to eat your own shit.
okay,
That's
you
just what
know,
it is in a nutshell. And I'm
Can I
here to
say,
let you know you won't ever have access to me like you did before. You think I'm a bitch, you feel like I'm a bitch, keep that same energy at all times for the remainder of your life. Don't call nobody and ask them to reach out to me. Don't come in the chat where I'm at. Just stay away from me and mine. Period. And we don't have no issues.
can I
After
say
today,
one more thing?
I will not be speaking on her.
yes, try, go right ahead, huh?
Okay, this go for you, Miss Leda and TT. Okay,
Mhm,
Okay.
um, I really like commend you guys for putting up with a person like her. You know, because it's kind of hard to deal with people that have bad intentions. I'm like Miss Leda. I ain't trying to talk bad about nobody because I got skeletons probably still hanging in my closet. Okay,
mhm,
that I need to fix and work on and clean out. But I just want to say this: that as us as women, we should never ever let no one that's like her come between us. We should stand together as women because we already, as African American women, get a lot of backlash because people think we ratchet, hood, and you know other things like that. I don't want to say too much because I love coming to Miss Leader channel, but you know what we get. So that person that doing all this, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna stand together, empower, and encourage every woman to not go through what we all went through. And I'm not saying that I went through something bad because um I'm a child of God. And only God knows my heart. No one else knows where my heart is but God. God knows what he was doing. Especially I'm so grateful that he knew what he was doing, kept on rejecting my card for that grocery thing. Cause what if he would have let it go through? What would I would have had? What would she would have did for me if I was low? But I thank God for being a provider. So that's all I
Yeah,
wanted to say.
amen. And
Well,
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna tell
nobody, I'm sure nobody has regretted anything they did for Toya. I feel like people know that they're blessed because they're able to even do it. You know, there's
mm-hmm,
people right now walking around with pennies in their pocket and can't give nobody 2 cents. So if you were able to do anything for her, just know that you were blessed enough. God see favoring you for you to have it so you could give it to somebody else. No matter what she used it for, what she said she needed it for, you still were blessed to be able to do it. And you're going to get that back tenfold. Just keep
mm-hmm,
the faith in that. I've seen people get, um, wake up in the morning and they got $10,000 in their bank account, don't know where it came from. I didn't
okay,
see miracles like that happen. So I'm a
mm-hmm,
true believer in Jehovah and what he's able to do. And I ain't gonna let nobody like Toya and her spirits that she got dwelling in her deter me from nothing. I'm gonna keep pushing as a child of God, and I'm not gonna let nobody change that. Only thing I know is now use my first intuition and discernment when it comes to people. If I feel like somebody got bad spirits on them, if I feel like somebody don't mean me no good, stay away from them and believe them the first time they showed me who they was.
mm-hmm.
And TT, I want to say, don't use bad spirits, use bad fleas,
Oh
because
yeah.
my living parent, he always tell me, this is my nickname. He said, pumpkin, um, if you surround yourself around bad fleas, that's what you gonna travel with you, and it's gonna come in your house, and it's gonna be trapped there, and you and your significant other gonna
Yeah.
be getting into it, and then you gonna be saying, why y'all getting into it? Because the fleas that you attracted. So
Yeah.
try to
And
watch out for your fleas, and
jumping on
you
you
is
and
so
jumping
right.
on you and jumping off of you, messing your skin up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I hear you, Traisha. I told you I was gonna use that for
Yep.
sure. I'm
Because
gonna use it.
fleas can come through a phone. You guys know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody can have an argument with their relative, and then you get it, and then you upset, and then you have an argument with your relative. So that's why I take those things that my one living parent teaches me that every day. And in the Bible, even it don't say nothing about fleas, but in the Bible says things like jazzy bill and other different type of things, and those people was fleas to me, bad spiritual fleas.
Yeah, and Jehovah God will call them out by their name, and they can't stand when you do that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
cause
he'll tell you what their names are and have you calling them out by their name. So yeah,
yep,
I definitely understand that where you going with that, Traisha, and you are truly correct. That's biblical. That's scripture. And if you open up your book, your holy Bible, you will see that that is written in there, and it is a real thing. You know, when we talk about spiritual warfare, just know it's a real thing, and you got to
yep,
be armed
yep,
and
because
covered in the blood because these
yep,
people are
cause
out here in they wolves disguised in sheep's clothing, and they are out here attacking
yep,
because
you're right,
because
and
because the adversary know his days is numbered, and he want to take as many souls with him when he go because he don't want to be by himself.
yep,
Okay,
you
hold
are.
on 1 second, y'all. Can one of my mods go in? I'm not able to see Miss V's comments, and so I had spoke because I seen y'all say, "Hey, Miss V," but for some reason I'm not able to see her comments. Can y'all make sure that she's not blocked or anything? Hey, AB. Wait a minute. Is that's not AB? Is it AB the big bully? Wait a minute. What? Okay, is this? I don't know if this is a fake page. I don't know who this is. AB broke, AB trashy. Y'all block whoever that is. I don't know who they are. Um, but please block them because I'm like I don't know where they came from. They just all of a sudden popped in.
Oh Lord, and leave AB alone.
Yeah, I definitely commend AB. We had a good conversation yesterday. It was a great woman to woman conversation. We were able to put some things on the table, and just move past the drama. Um, Only God can tell what the future may hold. Um,
And
and
nobody over here gonna we ain't gonna allow nobody to disrespect AB. Miss
yeah,
Leda can't get disrespected. Everybody has had their own dealings with this lady, and they're speaking their truth, and they have every right to do that, because when you go through something with somebody, um you stand in what you went through. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear none of us yelling, screaming, calling her bees, calling her out her name, disrespecting her, because we don't have to do that. We can come up here and tell our truth and be authentic and honest in what we're saying, and respect each other for what our own personal experiences have been. So get up out of here with that mess.
it's all right, Leslie. How you doing, Leslie? Leslie girl. Hey, Leslie girl. Um,
Oh, I miss my Leslie. Hi, Leslie.
can y'all retract those comments from the person that said AB the big bully? I would appreciate that. And then if y'all would please check to see what's going on. Why I can't see Miss V's comments. I can't see anything to see it. I checked my thing. I don't have Miss V blocked, so I'm not understanding why I can't see her comments. But really and truthfully, I'm getting ready to end this. But all I want to say is try. Next time somebody asks you for something who's like Toya, you run that through your sister
Oh,
because
I will. I know now. I know now what call you or text you if it was a good idea or not. And if you tell me yeah, I do it. If you tell me no, then I won't do it. I learned my lesson, and the only one who I want to give to is to God, and like
Hey
yeah.
Leslie, I
And I
just got
want
the things to pop. I'm sorry, Trace. I just got the comments to pop up on my
okay.
end. Hey chat, hello everybody.
hey AB, thank you. She says salute to us.
Hey AB, thank y'all.
Okay, see, I'm not tripping. So I don't know, Sarah. I'm not sure if one of my mods could check to see what's going on because I don't know why I can't see Miss V's comments. I can see everybody else's comments but Miss V, and the only reason why I knew to speak is because I seen y'all's comments, but I can't see Miss V's for some reason, and she's
Yep.
not blocked on my thing, so I'm not understanding what's going on.
Yeah, I seen Miss V comment on my other phone. On my other phone, I see her comment on there, and she said she was calling AB, and AB, I want to say thank you for at least standing up for what you think you did wrong, and I really appreciate that because it takes a lot to do that. Like as a woman, and I see that you are growing, and I'm proud of you. So thank you for doing that, for being a woman of your word and standing on what you think you know that you done wrong. And thank you for that.
And I'm gonna just leave. I'm gonna leave with this comment. I just feel like all of y'all are blessings. All of y'all got good hearts. All of y'all are good people. All of y'all got the best intentions, not only for yourselves but also your subs and the people that support y'all. And I commend each and every last one of y'all for that. I do apologize for the turmoil that got created by Toya. I do feel horrible that I even ever entangled with her in the first place. I wanted to try to see good in her. I wanted to try to get to know her for myself, even though I had bad experience with her. From what I seen, I still didn't know her enough. You know what I'm saying? But I don't regret being me, and I don't regret coming up here and being it and speaking my truth on anything that happened, because again, I'm still gonna be blessed at the end of it. I know I'm blessed. So she didn't do any damage at all. The only thing she did is probably hurt some feelings and you know created some little arguments. But people have bounced back from that. And let's just keep continuing to move forward in a positive direction and using our discernment to block people out that don't mean us no good, don't have the best intentions for us.
Definitely. And as we get ready to close, I just want to say, as Black women, there are already so many stereotypes that's put on us as Black women, as African Americans in general, from men to women. And so let's not perpetuate the situation and to buy into it. Um, I just ask that we all try to encourage one another. And if there is an issue, let's have woman to woman conversations, get the situation in check, and go ahead and continue on to try to build bonds instead of tear one another down. Because the devil is busy and it's a lot of things that are going on within this world. I don't have time to sit up and argue with anyone in regards to anything that's going on. If I can't have a woman to woman conversation with you, then there is no need for us to communicate. But all I can say is, even still to this day, I will continue to pray for Toya, even in spite of all the lies and everything else that she's done. But all I can say is, my mom them always taught us how to treat a person from a long hand spoon once they've shown you who they are. So I just pray for her, and I pray that at some point in time that she gets her life together, and that she does it for herself. Because at some point she has to break the generational curses that she has said that are within her family. And no one else can do that besides her. At some point in time she has to take a stance. But all I can say is that I I'm not going to bash her. I'm not going to say anything ill about her. All I can do is pray for her and continue to ask God to guide her. But she's not someone who I need to have in my space, because I'm protecting my peace.
Yeah, and all y'all continue to protect y'all peace. Lita, thank you so much for inviting me up to give my side of the story. When when it comes to what pertains the situation with her and us, and the lies she was telling on us. And again, I'm sorry Glenn left or so early. I thought he was actually going to be the one interviewing us, but I enjoyed
No,
speaking to him as well.
Glenn had service issues. He had texted me. He been texting me, letting me know that he had service problems. And
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah, every time he driving, his service always drops. It's spotty. So, but he had texted me and told me that he had service issues. So,
Yep. So thank you to AB as well for allowing me to come up on her panel and give my side of the story as well the other day. I really appreciate that. And let's just continue to protect our peace as people, y'all. We deserve that. We got so much going on in the world. We got young kids killing people. You got pandemics. You got all types of stuff being used against us. We don't need this type of stuff going on amongst ourselves. We're better than that. So peace and love to everybody, and everybody stay blessed and have a good evening.
yes, most definitely.
Bye bye,
Until
And
Lita.
next,
Miss Lita, can I just say one thing?
yes, honey.
Okay, and I just want to say everybody, because we have prayer on Mondays, and Miss Lita is donating for the kids. If you guys want to, you guys don't have to, but if you guys want to, help her out by donating for the children to have a good Christmas. But you guys don't have to, okay? And if you guys want to join our prayer on Mondays at 6, you guys are welcome to come in to our prayer, because we have to pray while ceasing now, because we never know when is our last days on this earth. So that's all I wanted to say.
Most definitely. Now it's 6 Triisha time, but I'm Central Standard Time, so it's 8 o'clock my time, and Eastern time it is actually 9 a.m. And then also, please don't forget that Auntie Vonda's Faith Walk Wednesdays, where she goes over certain parts and verses in the Bible. And it's not a debate, it's simply a discussion in regards to God and all the wonderful things that He has in store for us in our journey. And we can only help one another on our journey. Also, guys, on the 8th, which is Thursday, Auntie Linda will be doing her giveaway. In order to be a part of her giveaway, all you have to do is simply be a subscriber to her channel. Now, Auntie Linda gives away some of the most bomb things. Last time she gave away Coach shoes, she gave away Coach vests. She gave away True Religion jacket, True Religion socks. I got a True Religion hoodie. She's giving away Coach wallets. You name it, she's giving it away. But she is blessing people out of the kindness of her heart. This is her way of giving back during this holiday season, is to give away and at the same time to help her channel. So please do not forget to go over there and make sure that you support her. Also, make sure you guys take a listen to AB Empire. She has content as well. She does a variety of content, from actually giving her commentary, her thoughts and her opinion. They do panel discussions. Queen Rose gives her commentary. It is an unbiased opinion in regards to her thoughts, in regards to celebrities and various other things that are going on worldwide. Auntie Vaughn, that is the queen of reactions, and she is also known as the female cussing passer, because she will cuss you out. And I'm gonna tell you, she gonna cuss you out in the name of Jesus, but she gonna do it in love. And then, of course, like I said, Vino Entertainment, Miss Perp is over there doing the doggone thing, and she is definitely promoting non-gun violence. She is an advocate, and she is also a victim who has dealt with situations like that. Now, also make sure you guys check out Roundtable Vibes. They do have panel discussions as well, and they pick various topics. So whenever they have their notification bells on, please make sure that you join their panel discussions and have a discussion with them. Also, do not forget to join my Auntie Vaughn, like I said, for her Faith Walk Wednesdays. Auntie Vaughn is truly thebomb.com, and she definitely is a blessing, and she prays for everyone. And yes, my big sis, her birthday is Thursday, so please make sure that you guys show her some love and say happy birthday to Miss Carmela. If you don't know, Miss Carmela definitely supports everyone, and so I have to say kudos to my sis, even though she be calling me SWP, and y'all don't know what that means, but I know what it means. That's why her nickname is SWD. That's our inside joke, but just know that that woman right there, don't listen to her talking about she don't cut up, because she definitely does. But as always, I am grateful that you guys joined me, and I want you to have a blessed and wonderful night. Until next time, I am your girl, Miss Leda. I am opinionated, I am unbothered, and I am unapologetically me. Till next time, y'all. Peace.